Hi everybody, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about picture books. Now, a lot of us grew up with our parents reading to us, and sometimes they were novels, sometimes they were books that were maybe age inappropriate, and sometimes they were books specifically written for children. I know that I had quite the collection of board books when I was a baby, but something that adults seem to be expected to grow out of are picture books. But adults should totally be able to appreciate and love picture books because a lot of them are absolutely beautiful and profound, and most importantly, the ones we grew up with were highly influential and sentimental to us as children. So while my mom and dad did read The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings to me as a little kid, they also did have quite the variety of picture books that they read to me at bedtime, literally bedtime stories. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of my absolute favorites that have stuck in my memory my entire life. And even though these are a little bit on the older side, because obviously I grew up with them, if you have children in your life, I 100% recommend them. I think they've got wonderful messages and the artwork is beautiful. So let's get into it in no particular order. My first pick today is Fanny's Dream by Mark and Carolyn Wenner? I don't know how to pronounce that last name. This book is kind of a play on the fairy godmother Cinderella trope. It's about a young woman named Fanny Agnes who grew up on a farm, and she's always dreamed of growing up and marrying a rich, prestigious man and becoming a princess, or at least the wife of a mayor's son. So one day she finds out that there's going to be a ball at the mayor's house, and she dresses up in her finest flannel and waits for her fairy godmother to arrive and transform her into a princess and take her off to the ball. Now obviously I'm not going to tell you exactly what happens, but things don't quite work out that way. This book is super sweet, and Fanny has a beautiful, wonderful, loving relationship with the man that she does end up marrying. And it's basically about how your dreams don't have to be big and grand and outrageous for them to, in principle, come true, or for you to have a wonderful, happy life. I was kind of enamored with the whole princess thing when I was a little kid, so the way this book played out did bother me sometimes, but as I got older and looking back on it, I am very glad that I had this book because it's just so unbelievably sweet, and I love how it turns out, and it has truly a wonderful message. Your life doesn't have to be remarkable to be remarkable. It's a better angle. Yes, it is. It's a better angle. So the next book is one that I had my mom read to me over and over and over again when I couldn't sleep. And that book is Tell Me Something Happy Before I Go to Sleep by Joyce Dunbar and Debbie Gliori. This is about a little bunny named Willa and her big brother Willoughby. And Willa is struggling with insomnia one night. No matter how hard she tries, she just can't go to sleep. So she calls up to her brother on the top bunk, says, "Willoughby, I can't go to sleep." And he tells her, think of something happy before you go to sleep. And she can't seem to think of anything, so he picks her up and takes her around the house, pointing out all of the happy things that she can keep in mind until she can go to sleep. The drawings are so cute in this book. I can't really handle it. I think one reason this book is very special to me and very resonant is because I'm the youngest of 2 kids, and I have a very special relationship with my older sibling. And the way Willoughby just treats Willa throughout this book is absolutely so sweet and so adorable, and is really how any big brother should treat his little sister. It also just kind of teaches you to appreciate the little things in the world, you know? Because all the happy things that he points out to her are very little things that she can like look forward to in the morning or just happen every day, and it's so sweet. So I think it really is about appreciating life. This next book is the source of my great affection for bats, and that is Stella Luna by Janelle Cannon. Stella Luna is a little baby fruit bat who gets separated from her mother and accidentally raised in a nest of birds. It's pretty hilarious and very heartwarming, and the illustrations are so cute. I think Janelle Cannon does a wonderful job at taking an animal that is normally very feared because of culture and making them cute and appealing to children. She has another one called Penduli, which is about a hyena. I really wish that she had made one about snakes, because then I might not be afraid of them. Is that fear a good thing to put on the internet for anyone to see? The drawings are truly beautiful. Here are some of the sketches inside the front cover. So this is definitely a book where a huge appreciation I have for it is definitely the artwork. And if you're an animal lover like me, come on. So next up is for the holidays, and that is Farolitos at Christmas Time by Rodolfo Anaya and illustrated by Edward Gonzalez. I think this takes place in New Mexico. It is definitely during World War II. So it's about a little girl named Luz, and her family is getting ready for Christmas because it's like December 22nd, I think. And through the book, we see her and her family and her friends going through all of their traditions for the holiday. And one of those traditions is every year her grandfather makes luminarias, which are basically small bonfires outside of their house to attract the pastores so that they'll come sing in front of their house. But this year, Luz's grandfather is sick and has been forbidden by his doctor to work outside in the cold. So he can't build the luminarias, so Luz keeps trying to find a workaround, and she finally comes up with farolitos, which literally just means little lamp. Wait, let me double check. Yes, it means small lantern, where she's got candles nestled in brown paper bags weighted down with sand, and they stay lit unlike normal candles because they're protected from the wind. The illustrations are absolutely gorgeous. I want to open the book and show you some of them, but I think you get the idea from the cover. And it is so sweet watching Luz and her family go through all of their traditions for Christmas and come together for the holidays. And because her father is away at war, the whole thing is kind of bittersweet, and they're just trying to make the best out of the holidays. The book is mostly in English with Spanish vocabulary peppered throughout. For anyone who doesn't speak Spanish, there's a glossary in the back. So if you have kids or you just like picture books and you celebrate Christmas, this is a wonderful book to read during the holidays. Now, I have saved the most visually stunning book for last, and that book is The Quilt Maker's Gift by Jeff Brumbaugh and Gail DeMarkin. Look at the detail on this cover. Holy wow. I am very inconsistent about how much I curse on this channel. So this book is about a king who has everything in all the land. He's constantly showered with presents from his subjects. But even with all of these marvelous possessions, he is still shockingly unhappy. You can probably guess what the theme of this book is. So in search for that elusive happiness, the king finds out that there is this very well-renowned quilt maker in his kingdom who makes the most stunning, exquisite quilts in all of the land, and he demands one of these quilts from her as a gift. So she makes a deal with him. She agrees to make him a quilt on the condition that he gives away all of his things. As per the agreement, for every item that he gives away, she will add another piece to his quilt. And the king finds true joy in the gift of giving. So obviously the message is very pure and so beautiful. But like most picture books, the biggest draw is the art. This is the back. This is the quilt maker making his quilt. So this is the king in his palace with all of his many objects. You could stare at these 2 pages for hours and still not identify every cool thing in here. I can't imagine how long this took to draw. And on this page, we have an example of one of the quilts that she makes. It is absolutely stunning. I would give so much for that. Get it? I have a terrible sense of humor. This one is one of my all-time favorites, obviously, otherwise it wouldn't be in this video. And it is, I'm pretty certain, my mother's all-time favorite picture book. It was a very common choice for both me and my sister when we were being put to bed. So there you have it. Those are 5 of my, that's 10. Those are 5 of my absolute favorite picture books from when I was growing up. Every one of these books played such an important part in my life, so I'm giving out a little piece of my heart to you all. Please go easy on me. I'm pretty certain that I've said the words sweet and beautiful about 4,000 times each in this video. I don't think I have that much in the way of a following, but if anyone does follow my channel, I'm sorry that I haven't put anything out for like 3 weeks. The semester just ended, so I have a very simple explanation for that hiatus. College. There was studying and papers to write and projects to do and so many people to talk to and very little sleep to be had. In any case, for anybody who's watching, I would absolutely love to hear about your favorite picture books growing up, or any book that played a big role in your life when you were a very little kid. And please let me know if any of the ones that I talked about today are some of your favorites. I know I think they deserve all the love in the world. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. All of my social media are in the description box if you want to follow me. I'm on Instagram and Twitter, mostly Instagram. I don't understand Twitter, but I have it. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you really enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.